Film photography doesn't have to be expensive. That's the whole idea behind the Frugal Film Project. And if you're a regular viewer of this channel, you already know all about the Frugal Film Project because I can't shut up about it. But if you don't know, here's a little background. The Frugal Film Project was started in 2019 by Sherry Christensen, host of the Embrace the Grain Photography podcast. Sherry started this project as a way to show that you could take interesting film photographs without spending an arm and a leg. The idea behind the project is simple. Each month, you shoot a roll of cheap film through a cheap camera and then post your favorite results to the Frugal Film Project's Facebook group. Anybody can join the project. It's not a competition. There's no dues or fees. It's more of a community project, and the best part is seeing everybody's results from all over the world. Now, the rules have changed a little bit since I first joined the project in 2021. As it stands in 2026, the rule is you pick one film camera and one film stock, and you shoot that same film stock in that same camera every month from January through December. Now, there is a set dollar amount or limit you can spend on the camera gear itself, and that is $75 US. So whatever camera gear you use, camera body, lens, if you use tripods, filters, it's all got to cost $75 or less. There's not really a set dollar amount or limit on the film, but the goal is to try to keep it as inexpensive as possible. So with that in mind, I went to Freestyle Photo's website and did a search for film. I set the search results to start with the lowest price possible. And the first thing that popped up was 35mm Arista EDU 200 and 24 exposure rolls. Now, this was the day after Christmas and they had an instant rebate going, and with that instant rebate, the price of the film was only $4.75 a roll. So if you do the math, that means I could get the entire year's worth of film for the whole project for $57. I was super happy with that price, and I was happy I was going to get to try a film I never shot before. I had shot the Arista EDU 400 film for the Frugal Film Project in the past, and just like that 400 speed version, I suspect that this Arista EDU 200 is a rebadged FOMA film. Now, unlike the 400 speed version, which came in plastic cartridges, this EDU 200 comes in metal cartridges, which should be easier to pry apart when it comes time to develop. The other thing I like about this film is it is 24 exposures, and the reason I like that is because my responsibilities have changed at church this year, and I'm not going to have as much time to devote to my photography as I had in the past. So the fact that these are 24 exposure rolls rather than 36 means I should get through these rolls a lot quicker and save some time there too. Now, as far as the camera gear is concerned, I only spent about half the budgeted allotment of $75. You see, back in September, for $36, I picked up a kit off of eBay that included a Canon Rebel K2 body and two lenses, a 28 to 90mm zoom and a 100 to 300mm zoom. Technically, I could use both of these lenses for the project, but that 100 to 300mm lens is kind of big and bulky, plus I'm too lazy to switch lenses out in the field. So I think I'm just going to stick with that 28 to 90mm zoom for the whole project. The thing that's great about this Rebel K2 is that you can very easily set the ISO in this camera, and that's important because this Arista EDU 200 film is not DX coded. I shot this first roll on a cold, windy morning in the Music Valley area of Nashville, Tennessee, and I gotta tell you, overall, I was pretty happy with the results of this combo. The camera's meters seemed to expose well, the lens was pretty sharp. As far as the film is concerned, it's definitely got some noticeable grain, but it wasn't too distracting or too over the top. The contrast is good, and since this was only a 24 exposure roll, I'm going to go ahead and share all the images, the entire roll, with you now. Stick around after the images and I'll share one more reason why this particular film stock is going to save me time on this project this year. Here is Arista EDU 200 in the Canon Rebel K2. Again, the fact that these Arista EDU 200 rolls are 24 exposures rather than 36, well, that's going to save me a lot of time this year. It's going to effectively cut my shooting and scanning time by about a third. The other time saver is specific to this film stock itself. You see, when I looked up the development times for Arista EDU 200 and Kodak HC110 Dilution B, the massive dev chart had a suggested time of only 3.5 minutes. You pair that with a rapid fix and a washing aid like PermaWash, I should be able to knock out these rolls in no time. If you would like to join me in the project this year, I've got a link to the Frugal Film Project's Facebook group in the description. And if you want to find out about more cool projects like this one, make sure you subscribe to the channel where I now have over 475 free videos all about film photography with many more to come. Until next time, do some good, have some fun, and shoot some film.